Good afternoon, everybody. Heidi Foy here, creator of Opportunities with Bullfrog Creatives. Thank you guys so much for joining us. As we have been the last few weeks, we're going to be talking about some college rodeo and more specifically with a coach today from Panola College. Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back. Hey, so for those of you that maybe only watch me on Mondays, there's a lot of weird things going on, a lot of new things going on for me personally and for this platform. We're looking for some new partnerships. We're very grateful for what we have with Cinch Jeans and are looking for some more affiliates and other partnerships. So if y'all are interested or you like what you see here and you want to, help me to continue it, then definitely reach out. And I'm in Montana this week, so not a great time to head north for sure, but the roads were not bad this morning. So for those of you that did not see the announcement last week, my husband and I have been talking for a really long time about doing something kind of outside of our box, and that is going to auctioneer school. So because it would be near impossible for both of us to be gone at the same time without wreaking havoc in someone else's life with our children, we're going one at a time. So this week is my week. So I'm going to be, I don't know if I'm going to be posting video, but I will be in Montana for this week. So shout out to all the Montana peeps. So today, let's talk specifically. I have a rodeo coach joining me today. Let me see if I can push all the right buttons. Jeffrey Collins, thank you so much for joining us. And so let's just start out. Why don't you talk to me a little bit about your college in particular and where y'all are located?
Yeah, thanks for having me. We're located in Carthage, Texas. That is in southeast Texas. We're about 45 minutes southwest of Shreveport, Louisiana. So we're right on the line there in southeast Texas, and it's a 2-year college. We do have a lot of petroleum technology programs, welding programs, heating and air, quite a few tech programs, and just your regular associate's degree as well. So a lot of people look at Panola and think of Hawaii or granola, but we are in Texas.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit. Typically, what does y'all's weather look like?
Typically, this time of year, we're looking at around 50 degrees in the daytime, sometimes in the 60s nights. Don't get much below 40, but we've got 6 inches on the snow right now. The water is frozen everywhere. Electric in pine tree country, electric can be a problem when you have heavy snow. So thank God
for
we
sure.
had electric last night, and actually schools closed this week and went to virtual learning. No, they don't know how to handle it when we get this much snow in East Texas. This is a storm that we haven't seen in 50 years. So it's crazy right now.
Yeah, honestly, I think you guys have more snow on the ground than we do in Casper.
I know that's sad. When we got more snow in southeast Texas, something's up. So
yeah,
but we
no
did
kidding.
have a storm hit yesterday, and we're gonna make it through it though.
Yeah, for sure. So let's talk a little bit. Talk to me. You mentioned a couple of different academic programs. What do you see, I guess, the most popular academic program for your rodeo kids?
You know, used to everybody would come and get a general degree, associate's degree of science or associate's degree of arts, and then they're going on to a 4-year school. But about 5 years ago, our tech programs, our heating and air, our electricians started booming, and we are in southeast Texas, so we're only about 3 hours from the coast where a lot of those refineries are, and we got a petroleum technologies program here with an E&I degree, which is electrical and instrumentation for when you're down there in them big refineries running those compressors and stuff. So I have a lot of rodeo kids that get into that program, and then a lot of them come and get their associates and are going on to 4 years. So just in the last 4 or 5 years, we've seen a lot of petroleum technologies and a lot of your welders and electricians come through here.
So if I'm an incoming freshman, I know I asked the same question. It probably sounds like I'm on repeat here, but if I'm an incoming freshman, are there any requirements for me to live on campus? And then what does the housing look like there?
The dorms are really new. We built them about 2 years before I got here, so they're only about 10 years old and they're well kept. They'll most of them, my students all live in the apartments, which is two people in each room and then a shared common area. The people in two rooms have a bathroom and two closets. Really nice dorms. It's across the street. I mean, half a mile from our practice arena. So the dorms are really accessible to the arena and to your horses. Um, 19 meals a week with the dorms, so you don't have to worry about cleanup, cooking in your room, things like that. There is not a policy that I make freshmen live here, but it
Mm-hmm.
is very convenient for you to live here, to get here and make all the scheduled practices. A lot of people say, "Well, I'm going to rent a place here in town," and some do get along pretty good like that. But for the most part, you're either hooking up a trailer and traveling back and
Mm-hmm.
forth, or your partner, your rent partner is not paying their part. There's a lot of troubles, it seems like, when they move off of campus. So on campus is really best for us, but it's not a requirement.
Yeah, we talk a lot about, especially as an incoming freshman, which I assume y'all see a majority of incoming freshmen and very little upperclassmen, but um, we talk a lot about how difficult it can be because there's so many different things up in the air that these student athletes are not used to juggling. Being out on your own, albeit a very exciting time, it still is a big change. And so having that dorm and those meals is kind of one less thing that they have to worry about when they're juggling everything else.
Sure, they all want to bring three or four horses and then an outside horse, and they're going to do their homework, ride outside horses, plus keep their rodeo horses. After first semester, you see them take a lot of horses home,
Yeah,
kind of hit the books a little better. So the first semester seems it's a big adjustment for them. So
yeah.
right there in the dorms, that you can't beat being right there in the dorms and right across the street from the practice arena. It's just hard to beat that deal.
Yeah, for sure. So let's talk real quickly before we start talking about your program specifically. Now really is kind of uh, the big time for recruiting. Are you allowing on-campus tours or are they virtual? And how would we set those up?
Most of the kids just call me directly, and
Okay.
we've been doing on-campus tours. It's required we wear a mask when we're on campus, but we've been doing on-campus tours all semester. Um, I do like the kids to come tour before they decide this is where they want to come, because I mean it's really hard to talk to them over the phone without getting them here, and a lot of them got to come a long way, so it can be
Yeah.
pretty expensive to come to a tour. But we're doing face-to-face tours, and most kids just call me or email me, and then I get back a hold of them.
Okay, so for everybody that's tuning in live or everybody that is rewatching, if y'all have any questions or you want to get a hold of Jeffrey, you can reach out to me or you can find him through the college, I'm sure. But the goal here for Bullfrog Creatives is to build those relationships. So if you guys need any help getting in touch with Jeffrey, you just let me know. So let's talk about all the good things about a rodeo program. You already mentioned that the facility that y'all practice in is fairly close to where the dorms are. So tell me about that facility a little bit.
The facility has great dirt. We've put in new lights since I've been there. It's not lit up like the Astrodome, but we can see at night. If I keep it drug and get it flat and slicked off before a heavy rain, we could be in there the next day. So it's an outdoor facility. Our horse stalls are 12 by 12 panels, and we're under kind of a building there. So they're a little tight, and got a few turnouts. I think we have a board meeting on the 22nd, and we've got about 30 acres that the school just cleared of pine trees. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to get that. So over the next couple of years, we're going to grow stalls and runs in that, and have a bigger place for our timed event cattle to stay. Right now, we're on about 4 acres, and I keep roping steers, goats, tie down calves, and breakaway calves. They're all on that place, plus about 40 rodeo team horses. So we're tight right now, but as the program's building trust in us as a team and taking
Mhm.
care of what we have, they're giving us more and more. And I've got an administration that's really been behind us in this, and we just keep growing. So it's getting better, but as far as dirt, I don't think that there's any better dirt anywhere than what we have.
So that's funny. I remember many, many years ago being involved with the college finals in Casper. We did a special video on the soil in the event center there in Casper. And the gentleman I did it with is also from Texas. So I think it's funny that y'all are real proud of your soil. And I was instructed that it's not soil, it's soil. How'd I
Yeah,
do?
you got to take care of your soul. I got to take care of your soul. You did good. You did. You know, the main thing with us is in January and February, we can get, I don't want to say monsoons, but we get some heavy rains.
Hmm.
And if we're not careful, it could rain for 2 weeks in a row, and we're not practicing in our outdoor pen. The good news is within 30 minutes from here, we have 3 or 4 indoor arenas that we're able to use. We just got to haul cattle. It makes it a little more complicated, but we get it done. And
But you have
matter of fact,
options.
the
Yeah.
Cowboy Church paid them. Yeah. Where we have our college rodeos, just 30 minutes up the road in Tatum, Texas, at the Barnard Cowboy Church, they let us use their arena quite a bit.
Perfect.
So
So
if we
there
can't be
are some
outside,
other
we're going
options.
to, yeah.
So let's talk about two things. I want to talk about scholarships, and I also want to talk about what this spring season looks like for you guys. Um, I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that you have some money left over, or you still have some opportunity for scholarships for this fall and your next season. So talk to us about maybe how do we go about reaching out to you, or what's the best way for us to get in on potentially applying for some of that scholarship money?
We have two ways. One is through me as a rodeo
Mhm.
coach. With we're under the academics here. A lot of them are under agriculture. We're under the academics, so they give me a budget, and it allows me to spend it on what athletes I want, and I do have money left. Um, it goes quick. March 1st is a signing date for college athletes. A lot of rodeo coaches are ready March 1st. By
Mm-hmm.
March 1st, I'm not even close knowing who's leaving. So basically, get with me for a rodeo scholarship and a campus tour. Another way is to go online and apply at our school, and there's an endowed scholarship on
Okay.
there. I have not had a student who's filled out a 10-minute form not get some kind of money from that program. Most of them don't fill it out, so they don't get anything, but everyone that I've had fill out that has gotten some kind of money from those. So you can get on Panola College website, go to explored scholarships, and then it'll take you to the endowed scholarship application. I encourage, and that's open until March 31st.
Got it.
So I encourage anybody that's a senior graduating and think they might come here just to go ahead and do that application. It's money that we have set in an account that we're going to give to somebody. So why not be you? My sophomore and freshman, the freshmen coming in, my sophomores are all eligible for that money.
Okay. That's great. Those
As far
deadlines
as
are
my
really good.
scholarship package and me filling up the rodeo team, some great, yeah, great coaches are ready March 1st. I want to go to the high finals and have money left. I want to save a little bit for those great all around athletes that all
Mhm.
coaches are looking for. So I try to budget it, but also try to rush any kids out here. And I like before March 1st, I don't even have a clue. So I'm still doing campus tours and still looking to fill my team.
Well, and I would say too that for rodeo it's a little bit different because, usually
Can you
the
hear
end of
me?
the sports season, I can hear you. You are cutting out a little bit. Can you hear me okay? The joy's alive, people.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I'm gonna keep going. There we go. So I'm guessing you're gonna go in and out a little bit, but what I was gonna say is a lot of a lot of the recruiting happens during the season, and a lot of other sports that you would move on to college for, it would be the end of the season by the 1st of March. And so rodeo is a little bit different in that they're still competing through. I mean, the high school finals aren't until what, July, June, July sometimes. So if everybody signs in March, then you may potentially miss out on some athletes. So I think it's good for you to wait. All right. So Jeffrey, can you hear me all right still?
Yep, we're coming in
Okay.
now.
Okay.
You kind of cut out for us. Yeah, I mean, we have a long season.
Oh no, we're losing you, man.
It's end or my end, you think?
Oh, I don't know, man. It could be anywhere. I'm showing pretty good access here.
I know. Um, yeah, it looks like I'm showing pretty good here. I hope it's the doggone snow.
Yeah, it probably is.
I'll go on and talk here a little bit if you can hear
Yeah,
me.
you're good.
Yeah, we have such a long season, and the college finals are in June, and then a month after that you have the high school finals. So there is a lot of kids that are graduating that can't decide
Hmm.
until after the high school finals. He used to carry up there with me.
So it looks like I keep thinking that we're going to get a clear. There we go. I can hear you back there, but it's just a little delayed. So talk to me a little bit about what your season is going to look like this year. Did y'all have fall rodeos? And what does the spring look like?
We usually have 5 in the spring and 5 in the fall.
Hmm.
This fall we were able to have 4 out of the 5. Lake Charles, which is at McNeese State University, was where the hurricane came in and
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
washed away their arena there. So they've rescheduled to this spring. And then this spring we were scheduled to have a rodeo this last weekend, and this epic snowstorm came in. So they've moved it back later in April. So we're rescheduling really due to weather, not so much coronavirus.
Yeah.
Um, we've been face to face at school and rodeoing as normal over here. Thank God. So I think we'll get to have our other 6, and we look like a full rodeo schedule for us this.
Very good. That's good news. So I hate to cut it short. I'm going to go ahead and do that because I think both of us are having some technical issues, which I don't know why it surprises me every time. Jeffrey, I appreciate your time and I appreciate everyone tuning in. Um, if you guys have questions or we miss things, because I know I may have missed a couple of questions that we usually ask all the coaches. So if you have questions, please message us or message me myself, and I'll make sure that we get those questions answered. Jeff, thank you so much. Before I step away, I sent this mega email out to all the coaches in the NIRA, and one of those was to Miss Stacy. I believe that she is now relocating her family to Texas. Will she be helping with your side with the women's team at all?
Stacy Martin
Yes, sir.
is coming from Louisiana to here. She's right down the road, and we are trying to work out that is my gear here because not only is she beneficial to my team as far as recruiting and who to recruit, she's just an amazing person, an amazing coach with those girls. So
Yeah.
trying to get, a matter of fact, I think we have a meeting tomorrow. I haven't talked to her today yet, but we have a meeting tomorrow, which I don't know we'll still have or not, but
Right.
and visit about what all we can do and what all how big a part she wants to play and how much it's going to cost. But that is my hopes and my goal is to get her over here.
Well, for sure. I know we were talking about she's going to be heading to Montana to do some goat tying clinics in Helena, I believe. But what a great asset for to help build up the women's team a little bit for you. I think that's going to be fun to sit back and watch. So thank you, Jeffrey, so much. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for your time. I know that it's probably not ideal with the crummy weather, but I appreciate your time. And for everyone else that is tuning in, again, if you are watching live, thank you so much. If you are rewatching, please make sure you make your comments and give us any questions that you have. If we missed something, I know technology, man, it's a curse and a blessing. Again, I want to give a shout out to Cinch Jeans. Thank you so much for your time and for your support of our platform. And again, look for some other videos later this week and man, see what we've got going on over here at Bullfrog Creatives. You guys have a good week.